Carl today. He wants to be personally involved in choosing Iran's next supreme leader. The president also telling John many are now calling him the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Here's John Carl.
Tonight, that extraordinary declaration. President Trump telling me that he must be the one to approve the next leader of Iran. We don't want them to put anybody in there unless it is approved by us. The president told me he wants to ensure a future U.S. president doesn't face a hostile Iran. We don't want some president in 10 years to get stuck with this problem and not know what to do with it. In a lengthy phone conversation, Trump sounded triumphant, telling me, quote, "They are calling me the GOAT, greatest of all time." Referring to the war on Iran, Trump asked, "How do you like the performance? I mean, Venezuela is obvious. This might be even better." As for how long the war will last, the president said, "Well, there are many people who say it's already over. It's not over to me. It's over when I want it to be." President Trump is just 15 months into his second term, and he has launched military operations in 8 different countries. That is quite a change, David, from his first term. As he told me today, in my first term, I built the military. In my second term, I am using it.
John Carl talking with the president today. John, thank you. Now to gas prices at a plunging stock market today. The Dow Jones dropping 784 points. The NASDAQ and S&P 500 also closing down. Tonight, where are gas prices now? Elizabeth Schulze continues to track this for us. Elizabeth?
David, stocks tumbling on fears the war will cause long-term disruptions in the oil market. Tonight, oil spiking above $80 a barrel as Iran launches a new wave of attacks on oil facilities and on a tanker off of Kuwait. Video of that strike shared on X. Shipping traffic in the Strait of Hormuz is still halted as the price of gas soars, now $3.27 a gallon for the national average. That's the highest in almost 2 years. Price is up almost 30 cents from last week. And Gas Buddy says it's heading to $3.50 in the next 2 weeks. Higher fuel costs likely rippling into higher prices across the economy. David.
Elizabeth Schulze. Elizabeth, thank you. And tonight, ABC News here with new reporting on what the U.S. has targeted underground in Iran. Martha Raddatz at the region as well.
Tonight, the U.S. and Israel pummeling Iranian missile bases deep underground. ABC News verifying that 13 of the underground facilities have been damaged or destroyed. The Israeli Army Chief of Staff claiming 60% of the launchers have now been taken out. But for American taxpayers, it's coming with a steep price tag. One estimate by the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a bipartisan think tank, puts the cost at $3.7 billion for the first 100 hours alone. That's more than $891 million per day. The Pentagon's top policy official, however, unable or unwilling to put a price tag on the war when pressed by members of Congress.
Okay, and what about cost? Can you say how much this will cost the American people?
I'll get back to you, ma'am. I can't give you an answer at this point.
But even though costly, late today, the Pentagon making the case that it's working, and there has been a major drop in retaliatory strikes by Iran.
Ballistic missile attacks have decreased by 90% since day one. Drone attacks have decreased by 83% since day one.
6 American soldiers have been killed so far in this war, including 2 just identified, 45-year-old Major Jeffrey O'Brien from Iowa and 54-year-old Chief Warrant Officer 3 Robert Marzan from California. They were killed in a drone strike at a tactical operations center in Kuwait. And David, those strikes on Iranian missile facilities are expected to intensify tonight. David?
Martha Raddatz live in Jerusalem. Martha, thank you. Back in the U.S., police tonight releasing chilling new body camera video of that suspected terror attack in Austin, Texas. The alleged gunman wearing a T-shirt with an Iranian flag. You can see the video showing the chaotic scene outside a bar. Authorities say the suspect fired a handgun from an SUV and continued with an assault-style rifle. At least 3 people killed, including 2 college students. Officers confronting the suspect, killing him at the scene. When we come back tonight, 3 women killed, authorities say attacked at random, 2 on a hiking trail, 1 at home. There's news coming in tonight of an arrest. Also, for the first time since the disappearance of her mother, Savannah Guthrie visiting the set of the Today Show, her new message and her future. Also news tonight about Britney Spears. She's been arrested, what we've learned. And the big headline involving the home of the Brady Bunch. We'll be right back. Tonight, a suspect is under arrest in southwest Colorado in the killings of 3 women in Utah. Police say 22-year-old Ivan Miller targeted the women at random, the victims in their 30s, 60s, and 80s. One was killed at her home, 2 killed on a hiking trail. No word on a motive. Tonight, for the first time since the disappearance of her mother, Savannah Guthrie visiting the set of the Today Show. Guthrie tearfully embracing coworkers. She does plan to return, no decision on when, saying, quote, "I still have hope and I'm still me," saying, "I don't know what version of me that will be, but it will be." Savannah and her siblings offering a $1 million reward for information leading to Nancy Guthrie's recovery. And it was great to see Savannah back today. When we come back here tonight, news about Britney Spears and her arrest. We also have news tonight on the home, that famous home of the Brady Bunch, in a moment. To the index of other news, Britney Spears arrested on suspicion of DUI in Ventura, California. Sources tonight telling ABC News police received calls of a BMW swerving, nearly crashing. Spears was released overnight. Tonight, her rep saying Britney is going to take the right steps and comply with the law. The iconic Brady Bunch home is now a landmark tonight. Council members in Los Angeles designated the home as an historic cultural monument. The exteriors of the iconic home featured in that famous sitcom, of course, from the 60s and 70s. When we come back, America Strong, the new home for the elephants right here in the U.S. And they're giving us a tour in a moment.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir. Sponsored by Nervive Nerve Relief. Feel alive with Nervive.
Finally tonight here, the endangered elephants with a place to call home. Tonight here, the mission. One American zoo out to save the endangered elephants. It's opening day at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park's spectacular new Elephant Valley, the largest project in the zoo's 109-year history. Visitors able to get closer to the endangered African savanna elephants than ever before. The sprawling 13 acres allowing the elephants to roam freely. The trees and plants native to Africa, meant to mirror their natural landscape. The years-long project made possible with more than 4,000 donors, and it's part of the nonprofit San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, dedicated to global wildlife research and conservation. And right here tonight,
hey David,
Marco Wendt, Wildlife Ambassador at the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance.
David, you can literally see eyelashes. You can even see the hairs growing off the top of their head.
Marco giving all of us a tour.
Behind me right now, you can see Micaiah playing with her family here, and this is what it's all about. So I invite all of you to come here and have a wonderful experience.
Thank you for the tour, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.